All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready. 60 outlaw. 53. Hot 53. Snap.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Love. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
61, matchbox lights. 22. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Hey, Delta. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Love. And he's got his man Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
Hey, exit. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
On 1st down, Love. Dancing to his left. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Clock throwing again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Quentin Williams able to get him for a loss of about 3. 3rd and long. It's Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Yellow on the line.
Mahomes now on first down. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Jim. Hey, 15. Hero, 15.
Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Come on, switch it. Hey, 57, Collins.
Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Check 53. What we got? Go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, high 7. Check 26. 80 weapon. Yo, cheetah. Steve Griffin.
Out of the gun, block. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped, 10 yards, first down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
64,
First carry for James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Right back to Conner here on 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got one. Watch the ship. You draw Porter. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Let's go.
Now Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. A toss out to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Bravo.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Down. 60 on.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
5, 6.
On second down, here's Locke. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, box drop.
22's coming, 22's coming. Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Mike 22.
Get it ready.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Flush to his right. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So the Chiefs able to force the safety there. I think you probably give an assist to this Kansas City crowd at Arrowhead.
And don't they love it? They love being part of the game and having an influence on the game because they make it awfully difficult to function, especially when you're backed up deep in your own territory. I think there's a little more going on here than just crowd noise, though. But the home field advantage at Arrowhead, definitely that. A big-time advantage.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left,
more football.
early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Love. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Smooth.
To the air again. Locke looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught at the 10. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Again, it's Barkley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Yellow.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, here's Smith. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look at me, Zipper.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, lock it.
They're running it. Check. Check 52. Rush in.
They run again with Foreman. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10.
You go see me. Check 24. Check.
Now. Ready?
Now they try the right side here. He spins free. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Yellow. Attack. Switch.
On first down, Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Easy.
It's a gain of 7.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go, baby.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Locke. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Locke gets this to Campbell out on the right side.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, Locke. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Quentin Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Lott. Buying time to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
6-6, pull it high. Yep.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Hey, Charlie.
Ricky. Mike 22, he's coming.
Colts going on 4th. It's Lott. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Hey, Wyatt. I'm the 15.
He's scared.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Ribblin. Check 57. He's crashing. Here we go, finish the game.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear that?
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike 53.
Yeah.
Watch twist.
61, matchbox lights. Hey.
Ball, be ready. 53 is the mic.
Good night. 5.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Fight on these two. 480.
Tighten up.
On the run, it's Barkley. Spins away. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Mahomes going to throw it here. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Luck. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The Colts on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Luck sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They snap it to Luck. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give them credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Watch the run. Check three. Under the knife.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hill. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face.
What a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.